like we should both. I feel like we need to both do it, or not. Start it. All right.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Generally Speaking podcast with Ty and Cody.
Welcome back.
We took like a week and a half off, like a week and a half, because I had finals week. I dropped out of college, so he doesn't know what that's like.
But, first off, didn't drop out, but keep going.
But wait, at AMD, they didn't have any
They did have finals, yes. They had final demos, final demonstrations where because we sung and we danced, we acted. So our final test was our scene that we worked on. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Well, anyways, today was my last exam, so I'm done. So we're going to start daily posting, or trying to daily post again from here on out. Today we have a special guest with us, Mr. Benjamin Koch.
Ben.
Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hello. Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Coming all the way from Cumberland, Maryland. He goes to Loyola University, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did Loyola say anything about going back to school in the fall?
Yes, but also nothing at the same time.
Do you think we're going to go back?
I think it's too soon to call. I think we have to wait. I think you got to wait until at least late July.
Yeah, but
I think it's too soon.
Isn't this supposed to be a seasonal thing, though?
It is, but if we have a virus, or if we have a vaccine by the beginning of next year, like they say, then it should be fine. But I've heard that we may have a vaccine as soon as September, like an emergency vaccine, whatever. I don't know what that means.
Maybe. I don't know enough about stuff like that, like how long it takes for a vaccine to be made. But I've heard that it can take to upwards of 2 years, maybe.
The WVU president said that they are going to have football next fall no matter what.
No, that's not going to happen. They may not have spectators. I mean, they can have the games, but spectators, that's not going to happen.
But how are they going to have the games? Because those guys are sweating and spitting all over each other.
Well, I don't. I mean, they're pretty much covered in clothes. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, even
in soccer, they don't have covered up clothes, and they'll be all.
Or even basketball.
Yeah, basketball. Yeah.
Like wrestling. Isn't there wrestling in college?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I don't know how any of this is going to go back.
It won't.
It won't. But at the same time, it's colleges like Towson is so adamant on going back next fall. So adamant that I think they're going to just have Maryland residents back in.
Yeah, I think Loyola may do that as well. The problem with these schools, what they're doing is they know many students are considering leaving or taking a gap year or whatever. So what they're saying is, no, we'll go back. So then you're like, oh, okay, we're going back. So you won't make any plans for if you don't go back. And then what they're going to do is a week before you're supposed to go back, they're going to be like, oh, never mind, we can't go anymore.
Oh, that's going to cause outrage. That's going to cause outrage.
Yeah, but this is what the schools do. You're done. You still are going to be paying their tuition, and you can't do anything else because,
college is the biggest scam, bro.
Yeah, it kind of is.
But we'd be able to defer, wouldn't you? At least.
Well, I don't know. It depends on school to school,
That's the thing is they're gonna have to do cuts. We can't be paying $4,000 a class if it's online. That's not the same. Even the seniors. The seniors. I have a friend, Gavin. He's going into senior year. And he's these are critical classes that he's taking for his major. Stuff that he has to learn, and he's not learning it during online school that. He's not learning it. And right now I'm going into junior year, so I'm just kind of finishing my prerequisites in a way. So nothing has really hindered me, I should say. But starting next semester, I'm taking all film courses, all major courses, So it would be nice to go back to be able to learn that instead of going online. Even for the performing arts, Ty, how the hell would you do performing arts school online?
So here's the thing. The kids there now, they have to do everything online. And it's you can't – it was such a – you have to be face-to-face with this. You have to be – someone has to be there watching you dance, watching you act, watching you sing, they have to see you in real like I get over the internet, that's cool, but it's like it's a different feeling being taught right in front of you, face to face, than over the camera. It's still cool. Huh?
Did you see the video? This was from NYU. This was like right when online learning started, and a lot of like dance students, I think, who were at NYU were complaining about like how the hell am I going to do this?
Yeah.
And I forget what her position was exactly, but I don't know. Let's just say she was the head of the dance department. She got a bunch of angry emails, obviously. And so then her response was she recorded herself dancing in her living room, said nothing, and just sent it to all the students. And it like pissed off so many people.
But that's even like the med school students, like there are students who need to be in class, like in-person lectures in order to learn this stuff.
Like, Cody, you're going into film, like you would not want to do that online. You'd want to be in the classroom and learning that.
But that's the thing, is like the reason I'm not worried about it is because film is film. Like you can learn film over YouTube. Honestly, it's like
true.
It's not even like.
But are you not paying for this?
It's the whole thing. I'm paying for it, so I would like to be in person, holding the cameras,
right?
You know, with my professors instead of just writing scripts over a computer.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but the rest of the reason I'm not worried is because I can just essentially learn it all online. But I'm more worried for again, like the med school students, or even the performing arts school students, is because like I know for a fact I did not learn as much as I should have this semester. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And like I feel like 95% of college students cheated on all these tests.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
100%. So
yeah.
I don't know, it's just not feasible, and it's just like even for work, like restaurants. Like I know my uncle's restaurant, they don't have any more employees. He's working just their family. His two daughters, and then his mom and his dad, or no, his wife and him. That's it. Mm-hmm. They're the only ones working at this whole restaurant. They're not, you know, no one's dining in. So I guess it's not like they're just doing carry out, but still they don't have any chefs.
Still, yeah.
They're running the register all by themselves, taking the phone calls, cooking all the food. It's insane.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do when things get crazy like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's my point. It's like this is gonna sound crude, but like what Ben and I were saying on the talk yesterday, we went on a hike, me and Ben, a couple of days ago, and what we were talking about.
Where'd y'all go? Where'd y'all go?
Rocky Gap.
Oh, okay.
So have you been there hiking before? Hiking around that lake?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice ass hike.
It is.
But what we were, this kind of a crude comment, but it's like the people who are dying from this are like are gonna die in like 5 years anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I mean, and people with immunocompromised systems, which you know is not good either. But we're shutting down the country based off of like people in nursing homes dying, and you know I'm not saying their lives are any less important than ours. I'm just saying they're not working as it is, and they're not really having to, I guess, worry about income. You know what I'm saying in that sense? Are you
saying that
they still get their
elderly people,
regardless?
Are you saying that those people are not contributing to society as much as everyone else could be?
I mean, I by definition, I feel like they're kind of doing the opposite of
contributing to society.
Yeah, because what I mean. Well, we gotta go back because, of course, it's not just old people in nursing homes who
of course, yeah.
But that's definitely that's the population that's most at risk and who we're honestly trying to protect. We're not, to be honest, and I think some people misunderstand this, but we're not trying to protect 21-years. We're all going to be
That's
fine.
true.
We're trying to protect people.
I don't want anyone to die. Honestly, this is fun. Like I'm laughing at the craziness of this all, of how we're not prepared, of what this is putting us all into. I'm not laughing at people dying.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't want people to fucking die over this. It's just all of this is crazy, and it divides us in certain ways that we didn't even see coming. Like this has brought, even coronavirus brought a divide between us.
Oh yeah, no.
Where we think of who should be saved, quote unquote, or we should be able to go out, or we should be able to do this, or we shouldn't be able to do this, we shouldn't be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Like,
also,
it just proves that. Yeah. Would you say?
sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it just shows even more of how divided we can be as a nation,
Yeah.
just in general, America. But what were you saying?
Yeah, I think the add-on to that is not just the division and what you're talking about, but also like pretty much every issue in the United States, it becomes immediately left-right. Republican,
Right.
Democrat.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like, what's the right wing view on this? Does it open everything back up?
Yeah, basically, right-wing
the
view.
left wing is we need to shut everything down.
Yeah, left-wing view is basically we need to lock down, we need to protect people, we need to get a vaccine.
I'm fine with that. If they want to shut everything down, I'm fine. It's just they need to drop more economic packages. Like that $1,000.
Oh, they were. I told you the Heroes Act. Did you hear about it?
No, you told me that they're thinking about dropping another package. But my point is, he only dropped, as far as I know, I filed as independent on my taxes, so I got that $1,000 he dropped. But it was $1,200. It was fine for me because I don't have a job. I'm not paying bills. I don't have kids to feed. I was chilling. But like for people who are trying to, keep like a business open or even pay for their house bill or food, electric, heat, gas, it's like $1,000 is not enough money to last. And I don't know what the fuck they're expecting. Los Angeles just shut down for another 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, they were right. They're supposed to open right back up on Friday, and they shut it right down right when it was supposed to open up. Shut
It's
down.
like, what do they expect
Here's the thing.
people to do?
Here's the thing. I think this is going to be longer than what we're told, and so they're telling us a little at a time. Like, oh, another 2 months. Like, another 2 months here, but really it's going to take like a year or something.
Yeah,
but
and nobody knows. Nobody knows.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, logistically, we can't open without a vaccine because it's still going to be around.
Well, the other argument is no, you let pretty much everyone get it, and then look, if I'm not saying this is what I believe or don't believe. I'm just saying it's an argument. Is if we would have never quarantined or done anything, we would have probably been done with the coronavirus by now. Of course, we'd have many deaths, but everyone else that survived, they're immune to it. Or at least
we don't just say like natural selection should just do its role.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like that, but that's what happened before modern medicine. We had this is not our first pandemic. It's just the first pandemic where we know a lot about modern medicine and the spread of it, and B, where we're really afraid of it because we know what it can do. But previous to this, people just died and they had no idea what was going on. And then a year later, everyone was, immune to that disease.
Well, it's like again, if this was killing off like 20, 30-year-olds left and right, then that would be a problem. Then I think it would be a huge problem, and I think quarantine should be forced. But it's like, what about the Black Plague? I don't know if any of you know anything about that, but who did that kill off? Did that kill off anyone?
That killed off, like, I'm pretty sure, like, half of Europe.
So that killed off any age, no matter what?
Yes. Yeah, that was nasty. That was really nasty.
Okay, and that was like, see, how did that go away then? Just like we all got
like that.
It?
People got it. They either died and they survived. If you survived, you were good. And they think it was like a strain of HIV because a good percentage of Europeans nowadays still are immune to the HIV virus, and they think that's from the Black Plague. So
that's interesting.
Yes.
That is very interesting.
That's why, like in Africa, and that's why the HIV, of course, also other factors like poverty and sanitary issues.
But the people, I read somewhere yesterday that if we keep going like this, 45% of the U.S. population is going to go homeless. That's 45%.
Where did you see that? I mean, that seems really high.
And when would we reach that point?
Yeah.
When would we reach
this was if we kept quarantining throughout the rest of the year. This was, I forget where I saw it. I could look it up, but
maybe that's the case. But we wouldn't be home. That's just like we wouldn't have any money, and so that's how we consider someone homeless. But I doubt people are going to be living on the street.
Yeah. They
People are
wouldn't. They
gonna
wouldn't
stay in their
quarantine
homes.
us. They wouldn't quarantine us and then kick us out when they couldn't pay the rent. When you
Exactly.
couldn't go to work to pay that
Exactly.
rent. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That would be.
But that's what's
That would be
happening.
the.
But that's what's happening. Landlords are demanding money when they don't have the money to.
Then they got to demand it from the government or something, bro. They
But
cannot.
but
You can't put that on
the
the.
problem. This is the problem. Is landlords are demanding money. No one's getting paid. Landlords aren't getting their money, so they're evicting residents. That's what's happening. The
I
government.
mean, I think
the
some
government
states
cares.
have laws on that, but
The government, like, they care, but it's like what they just need to drop more packages. Like, we're already so far in debt. Honestly, it's like just keep.
oh no, but we're done. We're done, dude. Here, I don't think we should give more money because where's that money going? You know.
It's going to pay bills to fucking.
I guess, but I think you'd rather just somehow defer the. I guess it does the same, but I'd rather have just people excuse paying bills, like saying nobody has to pay any bills. I guess, but I don't know.
It's like
I think
if
all
they're
of this
gonna
is
shut us
dumb.
down, it's very dumb. If they're gonna shut us down, why should we be? Why should the people be responsible for
Yeah,
a financial obligation when they can't go to they can't make their money?
Yeah, that's
to
kind of
fulfill
the
that.
conservative viewpoint as well.
It is, but it's like we thought this was a lot worse than what it actually is. Like when it first broke out, I don't even know when it first broke out. Somewhere in China in November, I guess. But like,
Yeah.
Or at least that's when we figured out. Apparently, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My friend thought she had it, which is funny. Which is not really funny, but she had she was my dorm mate, my next door dorm person, and she had all the symptoms of corona, every single one. And none of us knew about it at the time. None of us knew what corona was. She thought it was the flu. And it was so weird because I literally stood in the same room as her when she was sick. I was like looking at her, handed her cough drops. And it's like, if she had corona, I 100% easily got corona. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's what.
Well, yeah, they're finding out now too. So what I think should be the solution is quarantine or whatever measures you need to take to protect old people or people with already who already have conditions like ill effects or ill health. And then
it's also just
everyone else, it's your decision. You can do whatever you want. If you're scared, stay at home and your boss shouldn't fire you for that. But if you're young and healthy, just live your life. You cannot, I think somehow we need to regulate that you cannot go to old people, that's just, old people should be isolated from society. It sounds kind of messed up, but I think that's the best way you can save people from dying, but still keep the economy running.
But this is also just destroying obese people and people with like diabetes, asthma.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the population. I don't know how many percent of the population has diabetes, but I feel like it's a considerable amount.
Oh, it's a huge amount, I think.
Hey, keep talking. I'll be right back.
Okay.
So if we need to exile, well, what would hurt more? What would it kill more? Like an old, healthy person with a good immune system, like 80 years old with a good immune system, or a 40-year-old extremely obese person? Who's more at risk?
I don't know. Those graphs intersect at some point, like they're equal at some point, but I don't know exactly what, like I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'd say old people, because old people by definition, not by definition, but as like a side definition, are unhealthy. Why do we die of old age? Not because we're healthy.
But no one dies
kind of the opposite.
Old age. What the fuck does that even mean?
I know, but that's what I'm saying is, as you get older, you just get unhealthier, and then you just die of whatever you get.
How many do you know? Okay, let's try and segue over here a little bit. We've been talking about quarantine or corona for a long time. Let's talk about fitness, because I know you are a fitness mogul, right? Is that how you pronounce it? Mogul? Whatever. Mogul, yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
No, but do you know, it's kind of in the same topic. Do you know how many people are obese in the U.S.? Is it more than diabetics?
I think it's a huge. Well, those two are related, obviously.
Not always. Type 1 is you're born
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it, for sure.
Type 1, you're born with it, but that's a small fraction. I don't know, but I'd say I'm pretty sure if you're obese, there's like a really, really high chance you have type 2 diabetes.
Over 70 million adults in the U.S. are obese.
That's insane. That's insane. That's
Now, here's the thing. They also say that sometimes you have diabetes and you don't even know that you have. You won't even know that you have diabetes.
Yeah, I believe that.
70 million people in the United
70
States.
million. You know how many? And
Adults,
99
so
million.
There are some children who have it too.
Oh yeah, big ass.
99
children.
million are overweight.
That's a lot. Yeah.
How are you judging that? How are they judging that?
That's a third. That's a third of the United States.
Are they judging that off of the BMI scale?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the government's BMI is weird though. It is
Isn't
bullshit.
the BMI scale
The
kind of
government's
bullshit?
BMI is bullshit.
BMI is bullshit. I don't agree with BMI, but.
Well, I don't really even know what it is, honestly. Like, what is it?
Body mass index. It's like
it's like your relationship of weight to height, and that's all, pretty much.
Yeah. And so they're saying if you're 5'10", then your weight should be 200 or 190 or something. But it's like people have different frames and people are built differently. So you might have a lot more muscle, which weighs a lot more, or you have more fat, which or it's everyone's built differently. So the BMI is like, you know what I mean? Cody?
Like someone who's really muscular could have a BMI saying he's like overweight or unhealthy, but like he probably isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make an argument. Dwayne The Rock Johnson would register as like borderline obese, probably.
Wait, really?
I think so.
Because he's like what 6 something, but
yeah,
his muscle has
6'6".
to be like the amount of muscle he has and how like he has to be heavy as like mass like you know what I mean, like mass wise has to be heavy as fuck.
But see, well, then we have to put those people in perspective. But I guess there aren't many Dwayne The Rock Johnsons, are there?
No. I mean, you could say that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is unhealthy. You know, you could say that.
Really? Yeah. You would think that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think he's
healthy.
Have you seen his eating regimen?
I know, but I assume it's insane.
It is insane.
He eats like 6 meals a day, and then it's just like he pre-makes them. He pre-plans his meals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which every bodybuilder, gymnast does, I assume. But they're all like just heavy meat. And like he has like 2 of them are just heavy carb. Like so his one dinner, like it was a video I watched, and his one dinner he had like a mountain of like spaghetti, and it was like bread on the side. And his meals aren't like, a bowl of cereal. No. His meals are like, I swear to God, they have to be like 2,000 calories a fucking meal. His breakfast was like,
it is possible.
His breakfast was like 6 bacon strips, 3 eggs, like 4 pieces of toast. It was like, that's
a lot, but it's not like I was expecting like 10 pieces of
that's not too insane, but considering you're eating that 6 times a day,
yeah. But here's the thing, I would love to be able to work out so damn hard that I could eat that much.
I am doing the Murph workout challenge.
The Murph workout challenge? What is that?
That is, you're supposed to do. I forget what the exact numbers are.
It's 1 mile. 100
2 miles.
Yeah, no, but no, it's 1 mile, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, then another mile at the end of it.
So every day. So what I've been doing is I've done 150 push-ups, 150 sit-ups, because I'm not doing pull-ups. I don't have a pull-up bar, and I probably couldn't even do a pull-up, honestly. But 150 push-ups, 150 sit-ups, and I'm doing 150 squats, and I'm just slowly going up to the max, because I feel like I couldn't. I feel like I couldn't do 200 push-ups the first time. Like that was like my chest, like everything's hurting, which I expected. And then the 2 miles isn't really hard because I usually run 2 miles every day as it is, but it's just you're supposed to do for 30 days. Also, it's a gallon of water. You're supposed to drink a gallon of water a day too.
Yeah, but that's a given. I don't think
It's a given. You act like people drink.
But if you're working
gallon's
hard,
not that much.
A gallon's a lot, man. Bro,
water?
I've low key been struggling with a gallon a day.
Really?
Yeah.
I
And it's
down like half a gallon first thing I wake up.
First thing
no.
I was about to say. First thing I wake up, I'm chugging water.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
wakes you up.
I wake up and I chug 2 glasses. But what is 2 glasses to a gallon?
I mean, it depends how big your glasses are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I have this gallon jug that I carry around, and I just refill it every day. But I mean, I'm doing it to the queue. I'm trying to
Yeah.
do it right, but
It's good.
It is, but it takes so long. It takes like, and just the thing is, I've been trying to, because since gym closed, I had a good workout regimen going on, and gym closed. Couldn't do any of it, obviously, so I didn't know what I was going to do. The thing about the Murph is it's so boring. The Murph workout is extremely boring. It's not even that it's like hard. I mean, it's hard. It gets very, very hard after like 6 sets in, but I'm standing in one place. I'm in my living room usually when I'm doing it, and I have Joe Rogan on my TV. A whole podcast.
You didn't like Joe Rogan.
A whole podcast playing. No, I love Joe Rogan. Did you say I didn't like Joe Rogan?
Yeah, you shit on him in our first episode, Cody.
No, I shit on him when you compare him to us because we are not Joe Rogan.
I never compared him to us. I just said him as a not even a comparison of like a blueprint of sorts of what I don't know. Just keep going. Working out in your living room, Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's just boring. I'm just standing in one place, and it takes 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours to do everything. And it's like if I was in school, I wouldn't have time for this. Like I can't.
Yeah, no, I think you have more time in the day than you think.
Maybe.
I think a lot of people do.
A lot more than you
But
think.
it just seems. What do you do, Ben? What is your workout routine?
I have 2 distinguished workouts per day, and then I always take walks and do whatever I feel like doing.
So you don't run really, like cardio?
No, I don't do any cardio like training. I just like to go biking if I feel like it, or here's the thing. It says remaining meeting time 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're fine. That's good.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not the type of person to just work out to work out. So I set goals, like what do I want? And then you work out, you work on achieving those. So if I don't care about running, like I don't care how fast I can run a mile currently, I'm not going to run because that's just wasting energy I could spend doing something that would work towards my goals, so.
Mm-hmm.
Do you usually work out from home, or if the gym's open, you go to the gym?
Yes and no. For my upper body, I pretty much exclusively don't use weights, so I can train it at like a playground, like pull-up bars.
What do you do? So what do you do with your upper body then?
Calisthenics.
Pull-ups and push-ups, and what else?
Yeah, pull-ups. I mean, the basics are pull-ups, push-ups, dips, rows, and like leg raises, but I don't do those anymore.
You enjoy those? Like that's not boring to you, right?
No, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, today I did the Murph at Bishop Walsh because I went to run. I ran 2 miles around the track, and then they have that little playground, whatever, workout set next to it. So I just did everything there.
Yeah. So I think like I try to tell people, because you should also, first and foremost, whatever physical exercise you're going to do, it should be fun,
Yeah.
If you absolutely hate it, you're not going to be consistent, because consistency is like the most important thing. Everything else comes second. So
you got to be in love with the activity of it. Like you can't, if you want to get results, or you can't be in love with the results. You got to be in love with the work of it.
And I mean, there is a thin line between pushing yourself and that sucking, but still enjoying the thing, So like, maybe the Murph, it's like fun, but of course you got to push yourself that you hate yourself. You hate what you're doing in the moment. But once you're done, you're happy, and tomorrow you're ready to go again, Like
at basketball practice, like when coach makes us like run like down and backs like 5 times in a minute or something, like it would suck in the moment, but like man, afterwards you just felt so good about yourself. Like working.
I remember like when he would make us run those. I played freshman year. I was so out of shape freshman year. It was like those were so
same.
hard. Like I remember almost passing out running up and down that
I
court.
threw up. I threw up.
Really?
That's crazy.
Mhm.
I've
Well, no,
never
And
thrown up.
Mr. Watson was like, no, not Mr. Watson. Doc Edwards was like, T, you good? And I was like wiping the throw up off my face, and I was like, yeah. He was like, good, get your ass back on the line. And I was like, what?
No, yeah, that
Yeah.
basketball conditioning. I don't think that was just us, Ty. I think that was like legit.
No, yeah.
It was kind of.
I mean,
but what have you been
Yeah.
doing, Ty, to stay in shape? Have you been doing anything?
I just do push-ups, sit-ups, and I stretch a lot.
I
like, I
don't
love
stretch.
it.
That's what I never
And I
do.
fucking
yeah.
love it.
Stretching is probably like mobility. Of all the like physical things you can do, I feel like stretching and mobility is the thing that'll carry you into old age, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're older, you're not going to be able to like do barbell squats, run a 5-minute mile, do, I don't know, 200 push-ups, but you will still be able, or hopefully be able to touch your toes or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like those are the things that'll help you, you know, stay healthy as an older person.
Here's the thing. I say this with all respect, but when I see older people with like their necks hunched and shit, bro, I be squirming and like aligning my back because I'm like, I do not want that hunch. I don't want any type of back problems or alignment problems or anything when I'm older. Because that shit is like, when you're younger, it's like you don't really like, you know what I mean? Like you're loose, you're young, you know what I mean? Like your vitality is high, but when you're fucking 80 like or like 70 or something, you know what I mean? I've seen plenty of 70-year-olds who look like amazing and look like and say that they feel great, and all they've been saying is like it's your posture. They've always been saying it's your posture. Just always notice that and work on it, because it's gonna, if you let it go too long, it's gonna get to a certain point where it's gonna be too hard to fix, and you're stuck like that.
Exactly.
You're gonna get too old, and you can't. What are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? That's gonna take 30 years to fix. You got 20 more left. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. Oh, that was a bad joke. My bad.
No, but it's like you know, it's kind of cheesy but I've heard people say this, if if you don't use it, you lose it, you know? So if you don't use your whatever, your spine, the muscles surrounding your spine and training them and to be upright, you're going to lose it at one day and you're going to regret it big time.
Let me say this. The only reason it's cheesy and cliche is because it's true. It's the only reason.
Is it even cheesy though to say that?
I mean, it's just
to say if you don't lose it, you're gonna lose it. You know what I mean? Like that's it's a boomer right there.
Yeah, but it's true. So
I can't wait. We're running low on time here, but I want to say one more thing. I can't wait until, I know I'm not the only one, but until gyms open back up.
The lady who runs the gym told me that they just opened up today, and she came into the store and told me. I'm excited as fuck.
Maybe
she said we have to wear masks. We have to wear masks the whole time, which is going to suck. I know. Which is going to suck.
I can barely walk up a hill with the mask on without getting
I'm going to get a workout mask. I'm going to get a workout mask. You know what I mean? That elevation mask. Yeah. Even though they don't really work.
Yeah.
They work, but not really. But like that's still a mask, and it's going to help.
How is anyone going to run on the treadmill or elliptical with a fucking face mask?
Well, just run outside. Run outside.
Run outside.
I'm gonna run outside. I like running outside more.
I'm only going to the gym for the weights. I'm gonna run outside.
Yeah, but still, lifting, you're still gonna be fucking. You need the air. You need air.
Yeah.
I mean, I breathe when I stretch. I breathe all the time. That's why I'm always stretching and breathing. You were yelling at me that one day. I do that shit all the time.
I swear to God, if overstretching.
Is overstretching a thing?
Overstretching is a thing. You fucking do it.
No. Oh my God!
I don't think you're there, Tyyonn.
No.
I don't think I'm there either. I don't think I'm there.
No. Ben, he stretches whatever.
I was only stretching that day because my body was aching from a workout.
Standing in line, he's stretching. Sitting on the he's stretching.
I think that's good. No, it's good.
When have I ever done that?
Okay, well, let me just say.
I might stretch my wrist or my forearm in line, but I'm not like touching my toes and shit, Cody.
No, I stretch all the time, every day, constantly.
Thank you.
It's normal. It feels good. The thing is, once you start stretching and you stop, you like start noticing like little things. And you're like, it's like an anxiety within you. Like, I gotta stretch this right now. I feel weird.
Well, Ben, you also said, I remember one time you told me, Ben, this is kind of off topic. I remember one time you told me that you have to drink water so much that like, if you don't drink water for a certain amount of time, you feel like your mouth is dry.
Yeah. Even though I have plenty of water in me.
That's
it's
crazy.
It's kind of a drawback, but it's kind of like
so
an annoying
how long
aspect.
can you this maybe you don't know the answer to this, and maybe I'm over dramatic about it, but how long can you go without drinking a water before you're like, fuck, I gotta go again?
I mean, I obviously, well, like in what situation? If I'm at home and there's water freely available, I'll drink it whenever I feel thirsty. But could I go a whole day not drinking? Yeah, probably. I've never done
Really?
it, but
It's weird because like my sister doesn't like water, so she never drinks
that's
it.
Insane.
I know, and it's like, how are you walking? How are you breathing?
But you never drink water though.
Me?
Yeah.
I drink
when
water.
I'm at your house, you're drinking like little cups at a time.
But I'm drinking, dude. No, I drink a lot more water than you. I drink a gallon a day, bitch.
We gotta do. I drink a gallon a day too. I drink probably more than a gallon a day, bitch. I was drinking water in the shower earlier, actually. I was so thirsty. I brought my big ass thing with me, and when I was washing my hair, I was like, you know what? I'm thirsty. Took a big ass sip of it and put it down. And you know what I mean? The water got on me and shit. But fuck it, I'm in the shower. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
We gotta do the outro. I'm gonna do this. All right. All right, that's been another wonderful episode of Generally Speaking with Ty and Cody. Make sure you follow us on all our social medias at Twitter, Generally Speak 9, Facebook, Generally Speaking with Ty and Cody. We are out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcast, and we are back. We're going to try daily posting like we were, and thank you so much, Ben, for being on for our comeback episode, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great convo. We're going to have you on, man. Honestly.
Yeah, we're going to have to have you on again. It's a
all right.
good conversation.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I have lots of time, so.